big hit. They lost their defense.
Welcome to Sports Talk on another beautiful Tuesday evening. We are live in the studio tonight, Big Dom Production, and we are live at the WJRG television network tonight. I'm Dr. Jerry Green, along with my good friend Big Dom from Big Dom Production. What's up, my brother?
What's up? Everything's good.
We got the legend Bruce Austin to my right. What's up, Bruce?
Everything's beautiful, brother.
Every moment moves.
It's moving tonight.
All right.
It's moving tonight, that's for sure.
All the way from Jacksonville, Florida, my brother, my one and only brother, Henry Green. What's up, brother?
One and only.
All right, how's everybody this evening?
All right.
Great.
Maryland, Larry Pearson. What's up, Larry? How you doing?
3P.
Don't look like here in Maryland.
I know you look like you in the stadium, brother, doing your thing. And one of the greatest pastors in the world, Pastor Walter Teague for Basileia. How you doing, Pastor? Welcome back, bro.
God bless. How's everyone?
Good, man. Good, man. You had a great revival last week, man. Praise God, brother. And good to have you back with us, Pastor Walter Teague. Let's get started tonight. We have a lot to talk about. I know these guys are on fire. Larry, I'm going to start with you, man, since your boys are in the Super Bowl. They beat up on the Buffalo Bills 32-29. What were your thoughts on that game? I know it was a great game. Kansas City looks good. What was your thoughts on that game, and what did Buffalo do wrong?
Showed up.
Buffalo, yeah, that's what he did. He showed up, you know. They started off very good. Then Mahomes did a fumble, you know, which got him behind a little bit. But if it wasn't for that miscue, I think it would have been no contest, you know. I know Buffalo was going to stay close, and it's going to be a one-score a game. But I just think Kansas City, they on the road to a three-peat. Lead, no doubt, three-peat.
Leave no doubt. Go ahead, Henry. Your thoughts.
To me, the difference when I look at that game is Patrick Mahomes, because when Josh Allen got the ball, there was a minute 30-something seconds left in the game, something like that, right, fellas?
3 minutes and 37 seconds.
Oh, he got 3 minutes up, and now he didn't get it done. If you look at Patrick Mahomes, anytime he's in the situation, he gets it done. To me, that's what makes him different than all the other quarterbacks in the NFL right now. If it comes down to that winning drive, he will get it done. Josh Allen, he had the ball in his hand, but after Kansas City went up 3, he got the ball back. He didn't get it done.
Great point. Go ahead, Pastor Walt.
Yeah, you know what? I think what Henry was saying too is Patrick Mahomes just shows how great a quarterback he is, man. He's like the Michael Jordan in the NBA right now. I mean, everybody believes that they got to play on their perfect game. He actually Josh Allen. He ran the ball in for a touchdown. I think he might have more rushing yards. He threw the ball with more confidence. I mean, there was no doubt, even when they went down, I had no doubt that they was going to come back and win. It just was no doubt whatsoever, you know, and that's the thing. He instills that fear where they know you got to play a perfect game to beat Kansas City. And that's where the league is right now. So it was a great game.
I'll go with the Bishop. Bishop Ernest Richard, man. Welcome aboard, Bishop. You were now when I introduced everybody again, but what do you think about the Kansas City and Buffalo? You and I picked Buffalo now. So I
know we did. I know we did. I can't backtrack on what I said. Josh Allen sort of kind of, I'm going to say it this way, sort of kind of shot himself in the foot. And I'm going to just say, and I'm not just him. I mean, they've had opportunity after opportunity to really put Kansas City away. It really overall, what are you going to say about the Magic Man? He is who he is. So, and we just have to wait and see what happens. If he three-peats, I'm going to say it ahead of time. Congratulations, Larry. I ain't going to wait till 2 weeks from now. So I'm going to say it ahead of time. That way, when you come back, got your Kansas City banner, I'll feel better.
Go ahead, Bruce. What do you think about it?
I wouldn't put it all on Josh Allen because
It's not all him.
let me finish.
Right.
Let me finish Minnesota before it get cold out there.
It's already cold out here.
Yeah. About to dump them. Yeah. I wouldn't put it all on Josh Allen because when he was under heavy pressure, he shot a perfect ball, and that man dropped it right in his hands.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I would put it all on Josh Allen because he did his thing.
Right.
And if it wasn't for that drop, I mean, he was under heavy pressure on the run.
It wouldn't have been a first down anyway.
That's right.
It
That's
was
right.
something
Short
like
anyway.
40 yards.
Yo, you've been
It was
short
something
anyway.
like a 40-yard pass. It
That
had
was
to be a
fourth down, though.
Huh?
Wasn't that fourth
I'm
down?
not sure what name.
Yeah,
Kincaid?
That was
Kincaid.
fourth down.
It's been a first down.
That would have been the first down, Walter, if you'd have caught that.
It was a 40-yard pass.
Okay.
But you don't think Mahomes would came back?
That ain't the point. I'm
That
saying
ain't the
it
point,
wasn't all on Josh Allen because he did his thing. The man dropped the ball.
Right. If you'd have caught the ball, Larry, all right, and Buffalo would have had another set of first downs.
Right.
And there was just scoring distance. They could have either kicked the field goal and tied it up, or they could have maybe scored a touchdown and went ahead.
Exactly.
But the guy dropped the football at the wrong time. I mean, it was like a lucky play.
Yeah.
But he should have caught
it.
it.
Fell right in his
Ball
hand.
right in his hand and he
But
dropped it.
if Mahomes had 10 seconds, he coming back.
Oh, come on. Now,
Give
now,
him
now,
10
We ain't
seconds.
going back.
I mean,
We're not
It would have still been a great catch. It wasn't
Right.
like he was running. He had to dive,
Oh,
come
wait.
backwards. It would have been a
Oh,
great
wait,
catch.
wait,
It wasn't an easy catch.
Hold on.
No.
I mean, he was stressed out, but he was also on the ground.
No, but
It wasn't like it came and hit him in the chest.
Right. It wasn't an easy catch. It would have been a great catch.
Stressed out.
it didn't
Stressed
matter.
out.
It didn't
You're
matter.
praying for miracles. You're praying for miracles. Now, come on.
I got to reach for it. I might miss it.
Everybody.
Nah, he's playing woulda, coulda, shoulda. It didn't happen, so let's let it go.
I was laid out. But it's almost on the
It
ground.
was laid out, but it dropped right in both hands. He didn't have to reach.
Nobody
It
realized
dropped right
he
into the
did. He had to just. If
11
you
out,
look at that play, he laid out. He laid out like this here.
11 out of 10.
Yeah, it would have been a great catch.
Just
It wasn't an easy
only,
catch.
only the best would have caught that. He ain't part of that.
That wasn't no.
But let me say this here. I'm going to give Kansas City its due on that.
Oh, they get
Because what
Yeah,
happened,
Larry.
because what happened is Kansas City came out with a game plan too. Because I'm sitting there waiting on them to go to Kelsey and go to Kelsey. Guess what? They didn't. They didn't go. Because the boys thought they would be able to hold Kelsey back and then they could beat them. But Kansas City was the
No, they
smart.
played a good game.
They played a real good game.
I don't
'Cause
dispute
They
that.
came out, they used Brown, they used all them other boys,
Yeah,
and they
played
did what they
great.
had to. And you know why? Because they knew who they were playing. They knew who they were playing. They said, we playing the Bills and we know how to beat them boys.
Yeah, but
They the
couldn't-
one came out with the
They
game.
beat everybody
They
down
couldn't
there.
stop each other. Kansas City couldn't stop them. They couldn't stop Kansas City.
But
That's
Kansas
why it
City-
came down to that field goal.
You know what? The Bills were trying to concentrate on Kelly a little bit too much.
Don't matter.
And that's one reason why they lost. Because them boys didn't go to Kelsey. You didn't see
That
all
ain't
that.
why they lost. That ain't why they lost. They
Well,
scored
one
every
reason.
time. They
I'm
scored.
just saying, give the Chiefs they do. They came
I'm
out with a
giving
game
them they
plan,
do.
and their game plan worked better than the Bills.
I'm not taking
And they
nothing
beat 'em.
away. I'm not taking
I mean,
nothing
you can
away.
say
from-
that boy could have caught the ball, but the truth
He
is
should have caught it, Don. He
He
should have caught
missed it.
Yeah,
That's what you should say. You should say he missed it, because that's what happened. Anybody can miss an easy catch. Anybody. And we see it all
Oh,
the time.
listen, we saw that with Baltimore just last week. Remember that?
Mahomes made the worst play of his life.
No,
But he should have went up about 14 points. Mahomes dropped the ball.
All right. The bottom line is Pat Mahomes is Pat Mahomes. And I just think the debate now is Pat Mahomes the greatest of all time? And he only lost to the person who that debate is about, Tom Brady. Pat Mahomes, just like Henry said at the beginning, when Pat Mahomes has the ball, he gets it done. It's just it. It is what it is, what it is, what it is. It's just this quarterback is something special. He's had all different types of receivers. He out Josh Allen, and Josh Allen, I heard you say that. I mean, the bottom line is that we're watching this quarterback just be the best quarterback in the NFL, period.
All Okay, all right. I mean, we all know that Pat Mahomes is great. I ain't taking away Pat Mahomes. Pat was great, and the Chiefs made.
But missing balls are part of losing the games anyway. If the Chiefs had missed it, we'd be talking about what they would have done. That's all part of the game.
Same thing when a ref miss a call. That's part of the game.
Part of the game too. I never used none of that. Even Michael Jordan have missed a dunk in his lifetime. We agree. Everybody.
All right. Well, the next topic Henry got up here. I passed the ball. Do you think the Buffalo Bills got robbed on that 4th down play? When Josh Allen?
You know what it was? It was one of those things. If they would have called the first down, they couldn't have overturned it. And since they didn't, it wasn't clear. You know, because you couldn't see where the ball was. Because he had his back to the, he had turned his back. You couldn't see where the ball was. So if they would have called it a first down, they couldn't have reversed it. And since they didn't call it a first down, they couldn't reverse it. I thought when I saw it live, I thought he had a first down.
Thank you, Pastor Walt. What about you?
But that doesn't help nothing because that fumble Mahomes got made, he got on the ball on the ground and they took it from him.
Hey, we ain't talking about the fumble right now. We're talking about the other play.
The first quarter.
No.
But you're talking about referees.
Your team won. Your team won, but we're talking about that play. Now, do you think Josh Allen got robbed? Yes or no? Pastor Walt said he saw it. No. Okay, well, I didn't think you were going to say.
No. I seen close games like this all my life. You go back year after year after year, there's been a call like that.
Okay, was it a missed call then?
No.
It was just a close call, and some people take it this way, some people take it the other way. It just depends on what side you want.
Super Bowl. What about you, bro?
Well, I'm going to blame that on the coach. The reason why, because even Tony Romo said, because I think they tried that same running play when it was down. They did that 1 yard 4 times in the game or 3 times.
Yes, he went over the same hole every time.
He was saying that Allen was going to go left, and Kansas City was going. So to me, they got the running back there. So that was like the 4th time trying that play at that time.
Okay,
they should have tried something different.
But do you think he got?
It was close to call. I would say it could have went either way, but I still say the coach at that time in the game, that was their 4th time trying that same run play. The first 3 times it didn't work. Should have tried something different.
Okay. Yeah, but I think what hurt Josh Allen, he tried it back in and his body was over the line, but the ball wasn't. He tried it back in. Push. And his body, he was
couldn't tell where the ball was. Yeah, you couldn't tell where the ball was.
You go ahead, Pastor?
No, I was saying what Bruce said. Yeah, you couldn't tell where the ball was. Because his body was over, but the ball, he had it backwards. The ball was on the other side. Right. If they would have called it a first down, they would have kept it because you couldn't see where the ball was. And one ref came in past the first down, the other one came in. It wasn't a first down.
I say it was short.
They was on each side of the line.
Well, what do you think, Bishop? Do you think that
I'm gonna go basically the same as the majority. The truth of the matter is, you guys know these referees and what they've been doing, throughout the season and even in the playoffs. So, I'm gonna call it a 50-50. And truth of the matter is, they didn't get the call. So, what are we gonna do? At the end of the day, where are we now?
It still was a big play, though.
It was a big play. I don't disagree with that.
Oh, that was a big play. That was 4th down.
I mean, the thing I'm saying is we can't allow. They shouldn't allow the referees to have the dictation, be able to dictate a game in that facet. Crystal clear cut. I mean, you guys, Pastor Walt, Larry, you guys played ball. Y'all know.
But the NFL could overrule that call.
But they went to the video.
They go to video.
They went to video on that call, and they came back.
It was inconclusive when they went to it. So,
you still got the ball back with 3 minutes left in the game. He didn't do nothing.
Henry, at the end of the day, that's the point right there. You got 3 minutes in the game and this opportunity. You got to take advantage of that kind of stuff.
He didn't take advantage of it.
He didn't take advantage of it. And so here we are. Kansas
City. Let me go, Kendall. Kendall, what do you think?
I have an observation. Do you think it's a status situation? And this is why. Pat Mahomes makes it to the Super Bowl. Travis Kelce is in that game. Travis Kelce is dating Taylor Swift. 12 million people, 12 million girls will be watching that game. So, I mean, it's only Josh Allen. I remember when Tom Brady showed up 2001, we had the 9/11,
Yep.
and we had the Patriots. And I remember Tom Brady throwing the ball, and because he was Tom Brady, they instituted this thing that I had never heard of called the tuck rule. You remember that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
against Oakland.
I think what we were looking
Against
for
Oakland.
was this little quarterback came off the bench, and we wanted him to win the Super Bowl. And I think sometimes when it's that you have that status, that clout, you get that call. I guarantee you, if that was Pat Mahomes going backwards, and I'm a Pat Mahomes fan, he would have gotten that call. I just think that, like the pastor had said, Josh Allen was going backwards. They didn't know where the ball was, so it's like whatever. But Josh Allen did have another chance at the end of the game.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, I'm
But the
gonna
thing about it is they went to the review. They went to
Yeah.
the review. It wasn't like the referee called it. They went to the monitor, and they came
Exactly.
back.
Let me just make it plain and simple, because I say it all
Your
the
mind's
time.
already made up from the beginning.
Every year the Bills get here. Every year it's the same story. So for that play, that the whole thing is the same story for the Bills every year.
Well, it's
They
gonna be the same
don't
with Philly
win
too.
the big one.
Don't be with Philly. They played
It
Philly
could
2
be
years
with
ago.
Philly
They
too.
played Philly a couple
I'm
years ago.
just saying, it's the same.
You know what?
But you know what, Jerry?
You know what I equate that to?
Himself.
Right.
You know
Because
what,
if
Jerry?
he came and had that mentality he was going to win, he might would have won. You can't make those mistakes, and you know you can't make those mistakes.
But
So
you know
when
what, Jerry?
make them, don't cry later.
Okay.
What
Go ahead.
Don is saying is right. I mean,
He's
this
right.
is the reason why they changed
So you
the
cry
rule
for
in
it.
overtime.
Don't cry later.
Josh,
You're part of the OJ. We tried it there.
Hey, go ahead, Pastor. Let me-
I
I'll
said-
get mine. Go ahead, Pastor.
I said this
Go
is
ahead.
why. What Don was saying. This is why they changed the rule in overtime. Josh Allen had the ball with
Right.
opportunity to go down and win, and he didn't get it done. He could have.
Didn't
That's
He had the
exactly
ball
right.
last.
3 minutes.
They
3
changed the
minutes.
rule.
37
3
Changed
minutes.
the rule because last time it went to overtime. Now this time, he got the ball. He could either go down and tie or win. They sacked him. They got him out, and then he had to throw a Hail Mailer. It would have had to be a
Threw it
miraculous
away.
catch.
Well, listen. It was a great game.
couldn't do it.
But now, Jerry, can I do something here? Now, let's look at it this way. I mean, Josh Allen, how long? Let me ask you a question.
One score game.
All year.
All year.
Let me ask this question. Think about this for a minute. Josh Allen is what Michael Jordan was in his first 4 or 5 years in the NBA. Couldn't get past the Pistons for a while. Couldn't get past the Celtics. Well, I'm thinking like this: the window's closing. If Allen don't get past
It's
him,
been 7 years. 7 years.
yeah, it's the same thing. Jordan went through that same thing when he couldn't get past the Pistons and couldn't get past the Celtics. So his window's closing. Truth of the matter is, as great a quarterback as Josh Allen is, the truth of the matter is, until I said it a week or two ago, that Ric Flair phrase, in order to beat a man, you got to beat the man. So until Josh Allen beats the man,
Don't leave it in the ref.
thank you. That's exactly where I'm going, Don. Don't let the ref be the determining factor whether you win or lose. Go out and outright take them out, and then you ain't got nothing to argue about.
Bishop, I give Kansas City their credit because even last year they played in Buffalo and beat them. So they beat them twice.
Yeah.
They beat them twice. They beat them when they counted.
To beat a man, you gotta beat the man.
All right, you got to beat the man. I got Bob McCormick. Bob, you here?
7:30 already. No, let me stop.
I'm doing good, Bob. I'm doing good, man. Go ahead with your sports.
I'm going to start because I got a lot.
No, not a whole lot. Just don't make it a whole lot. Just don't make it a whole lot. It's not a whole lot.
We're off by 7, Bob.
Yeah, because you want to be on, make all these stories up, man. Come on, just
We'll pick you up at 7:30.
go ahead.
Stories up, Gary.
Go ahead.
I got a big story coming out of the WNBA tonight. The Phoenix Suns have acquired 5-time All-Star Elisa Thomas from
Okay.
the Connecticut Sun, and she's played her entire career with the Sun, leading them to the finals in 2019 and 2022. She also helped them to 6 consecutive semifinal appearances. The Las Vegas Aces' Kelsey Plum is going to the LA Sparks for 6-time All-Star Joel Lloyd.
Wow.
Wow.
It was a 3-team trade involving the Seattle Storm, that is, who are getting the number 2 pick this year. On to the NBA. The Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson, They're going to be the starters on the All-Star team this year.
Right. That's right.
Brandon Miller had a season-ending wrist surgery. He averaged 21 points and was the number one.
That hurt Charlotte.
He was the number 2 pick in the NBA draft last year.
Playing good too.
Golden State Warriors will retire Andre Iguodala's number 9 jersey next month. He will be the 7th to have his jersey retired by the. He's a 4-time champ and a Finals MVP. The Nets celebrated Vince Carter's retiring his number 15 jersey on Saturday night at the Barclays Center. Dr. J was in attendance to see Carter become the 7th Net to have his jersey retired. Carter is 3rd in the team's history in total points, 8,800. The Nets made the postseason 3 times with him. Now on to that dreaded story in Miami with the Heat's Jimmy Butler. He's been suspended this time indefinitely by the team without pay after he walked out of a shoot-around. 76ers big man Joel Embiid is out at least the next 2 games. He's not going to play tonight against the Lakers, and the Kings tomorrow night. And he's got a sprained foot. Paul George will also miss tonight's game after injuring his pinky. There are 3 other games on tap. I know you guys have been talking about the football. I just got a couple of notes to add. The Chiefs look to 3-peat and have a 1.5 point. They're 1.5 point favorites over the Eagles in the Super Bowl, which is Sunday, February 9th, a week from the Sunday. Las Vegas, KC. Now get this. Has a 56.5% chance of winning the big game. The Jets have a new head coach, former player Aaron Glenn, and also a new GM. The team is uncommitted, however, about their quarterback Aaron Rodgers. The Lions are working to hire the Broncos' John Morton as offensive coordinator. The Bears are hiring DeClan Doyle as their OC and Dennis Allen as their DC. Former Jets coach Robert Saleh will be the 49ers defensive coordinator. Brian Schottenheimer, the new Cowboys head coach, joining him will be former Bears coach Matt Eberflus as the defensive coordinator.
All right.
Mike Zimmer is not returning to Dallas and will likely retire. Calvin Jones, who was a Super Bowl winner with the Packers, he's died at the age of 54. The cause of his death is pending an autopsy. The home of Falcons, Antonio Hamilton, was burglarized recently. Quarterback Shadir Sanders will not play in the East-West Shrine Bowl, but plans to meet with the Titans, Browns, and Giants. Tonight on the ice, Bruins, Sabres, Hurricane, Rangers, Avalanche, Islanders. Last night, the Devils lost to the Flyers. A couple of final notes. Southern Connecticut State University football head coach Tom Godek. After 11 seasons, the school has parted ways with him, or vice versa. Madison Keys and Yannick Sinner over in the Australian Open. UConn women and men are in action tomorrow night, and quarterbacks Drake May and Russell Wilson are heading to this weekend's Pro Bowl, which gets underway. And happy birthday to a good friend of mine, Tony Duff, who's celebrating I don't know how many years.
Okay.
Today.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. All right.
Right, I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, Bob. All right. Thanks to our legendary Bob McCormick with our sports update. This is our sports talk
Bob.
on the Tuesday night edition. I'm Dr. Jerry Green, and we have some great topics that we're going to be sharing tonight. We do have a phone number. Call me on this line if you want to, 203-671-5332 for any comments. I got to get back because I know we got a lot of topics. Let me start with Bruce. Pat Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs are the first team ever to be playing in their 5th Super Bowl in 6 years. My brother want to know, are the Kansas City Chiefs the greatest team of all time? Go ahead, Bruce.
I don't know if they can be named the greatest team of all time.
That's the question.
They
Larry gonna say yes.
They one of the best. I put it like that. They one of the best.
One of the best. What about you, Larry?
They're the most winningest team of all time. Let's say that. You know, they don't blow out people like Pittsburgh and the Steel Curtain and all the other great teams, but they are one of the most winningest teams of all times. and Mahomes, he's separating himself as one of the best quarterbacks of all time.
What about you, John?
It's too early to tell. I mean, right now they're winning, but I haven't really sat down and analyzed it like that. I got to go in my head and figure out, are they really the best? But I can tell you, they're right up there.
They're right up there.
They're right up there.
They're up there. They're up there with Steel Curtain. They got 4 of them in 5 years. You got the Patriots who sustained excellence. You got the
Steel Curtain didn't get 4 and 5 years.
Joe Montana. Pat Mahomes is probably right behind the Patriots. He's right there. He moved above everybody. He's there.
What about you, Bishop? Are they the greatest team of all time, the Kansas City Chiefs?
They're among the greats. Kendall made a good point. You still got to keep the Patriots in that spot, followed by the Steelers, and then the Chiefs. And
the Steelers didn't win 4 and 5 years.
No.
They won 5 and 6.
It's not what they won in a row. It's what they've done in that body of work, especially back in the 70s. But truth of the matter is, they're among the best, and they have opportunity to surpass teams. So somebody said it's too early to tell. I'm with them. It is kind of too early to tell.
Yeah, but what separates Kansas City a little bit is they went to 7 straight finals.
Yep.
That's what gave them a little separation
That's
against the other guys. They went to 7 straight finals, AFC finals. Ever since Mahomes been starting, he's been to the finals.
All right.
Well, so don't worry. Their savings account to pay the refs. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Go ahead.
What about you guys? Are they the greatest team of all times? That's the question my brother asking.
The greatest team of all time? No. I think they might be one of them. I wouldn't say they're the greatest team. A lot of great teams, man. The 49er teams, the Dallas Cowboys with Emmett, no, I would say they're the greatest team. Are they on one of the greatest runs of all time? Yeah. As far as a franchise, yeah. But you got to look at the Patriots. Tom Brady got 7 rings, so you can't say they're the greatest team of all time.
And you're talking about how many years? 14 years?
Don't matter.
Okay. But
doesn't matter.
Probably on one of the greatest runs, but no, I don't. But here's the thing: if Pat Mahomes, and I'm rooting for him to win 3-peat, if he wins this, he will be in the conversation of the GOAT. This will put him up there realistically with Tom Brady. If he puts 3 in a row and goes for 5 times, this will put him right. This will put him right there with him.
That's a good point because Bill Russell has 11 rings. Tom Brady has 7, and Michael Jordan has 6, and Pat Mahomes will not have as many as Tom Brady. Yet we still call Michael Jordan the greatest of all time. So that's a good point.
Well, some people do.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking about team of players now.
So he wins it. That's a very good point.
What about you, Henry? Is your question? What do you think? Are they the greatest team of all time?
As of right now, out of the 6-year period, they having the greatest run, but they're still writing their story. So I can't really answer that right now because they're still on the run. They got opportunity to 3-peat, which no team has ever done. They did something no team has ever done already.
That's right.
Been Super Bowl 5 times in 6 years.
This is Larry Steel Curtain.
So now they 3-peat, and we don't know what else they're gonna do because they're still writing their story. So I would say right now they're one of the greatest, but they exactly say they're the greatest because they're still writing their story. Their story's not done yet. All the rest of the team's story is done. Okay. I gotta really wait and see. But right now they're one of the greatest teams.
Yeah, now. Okay, I'll go low.
When they're all finished, then we'll really be able to see. They might wind up winning 10 Super Bowls.
No, this is my question. Where did Larry go? Larry.
Yeah.
Okay.
What happens if they lose Sunday?
That's
They
right.
still have one of the greatest runs because the reason why, Bruce, they went to 5 Super Bowls in 6 years.
Yeah.
No,
They went 4 in a row.
what I'm saying is they didn't do like the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills went 4 straight times and lost.
Every time. Right.
Yeah.
Do that.
And the thing about that too, Henry, they're the only team that got to that opportunity. Teams that have won back-to-back, but they never won that game to go to the third one to defeat. They're the first team to ever get there to try to win the 3 in a row. Everyone else lost. Everyone else lost. They had back-to-back titles, but they lost the chance to get to the third one. They're the only one to ever get there to try to get the third one.
So to me, the biggest question to me, because to me, the best team of all time was the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay, with the steel curtain.
I would agree.
Now, to my question would be, we'll never know, but could the Chiefs beat that Pittsburgh Steelers team? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think that defense is serious.
I don't think the Chiefs would beat them.
You can say the same thing about the Bears.
Even good as Pat Mahomes is.
Bears, yeah.
You got
85 Bears is whew, Jesus. I don't know if they scored a point on them.
Wait, say, Pastor?
I said the 85 Bears, I don't know if they would have scored a point on them, so I don't know, man.
Right.
The
Yeah,
Bears
but
team was a monster.
They do, but if you got to remember, if Tyreek Hill's on the team with Kansas City, with the way they're playing now compared to how they're playing there, who can keep up with Tyreek Hill on Chicago?
You're worthy now.
But you can't say if Tyree Hill because he gone.
Yeah, but
No,
he was
what I'm saying is because during that time, free agency wasn't like it is now.
Right.
But what I'm saying, so when you take the Bears, okay, they only had really they only won one Super Bowl. So if you take that one team, now which Kansas City team are you talking about?
Right.
Are you talking about the one?
You know
I
what?
mean, I was just saying.
If you're going to throw that Bears team in there, we're looking at offense, we're looking at defense, but I'm going to look at special teams because I think Devin Hester was the difference for the Bears in that particular game. I mean, this guy,
Devin Hester was with he was in the later one.
Devin Hester played later.
No, I thought he went with the 85 Bears.
No.
Yes, he did. He was under that Super Bowl.
Yeah, I thought he
ran the pump back.
I thought he
He
was.
ran the punt back, yeah.
Yes, he was. He ran the pump back to start the game
Yeah, I know
off.
he ran the punt back. Yeah.
But I mean, he was having that kind of year, and that's the only reason why I brought him up. I don't know. If we could do woulda, coulda, shoulda all day.
But the Bears has won one Super Bowl. That's it.
I know. Yeah.
Then they faded.
Okay. Let me move on. Let me talk about Philly for a minute.
Yeah.
I mean, we ain't talking about Philly
Scoring record.
Bishop. I mean, can Philly beat the Chiefs? Have any chance or what? Did they play? They look good to you against the Commanders or what?
You know what? I'm so sick and tired of chewing on my own foot. I almost don't want to say nothing, but yeah, they can. They can. But truthfully speaking, is Jalen plays the game that Jalen plays. I mean, they sent a solid, sound message to the Commanders Sunday. I mean, they just beat them every way past the following Sunday. But I mean, truth of the matter is that, yeah, they can. They can. The question is, where Jalen Hurts, as he goes, so goes the team. And Saquon Barkley, we talk about Pacheco all the time. As great as Pacheco is, I mean, this guy, you should stop him 2-3 yards deep, but he ends up with an extra 4 or 5 yards most of the time. Can Kansas City stop Saquon Barkley? That's the real question. We'll find out.
What about you, Pastor? What do you think?
They got a good chance of winning. You know, will they? Because you got Mahomes, but that's the key right there. Can they stop Barkley? No one has been able to stop him this year. I know he got his calf was injured. You can see in that second half of the game, he wasn't the same person that he was in the first half. You know, So, but they got a great secondary.
Yeah,
the Eagles have a great secondary. Yeah, so they have a chance. Yeah, it just depends on, just like I said in the Bills game, whichever defense plays the best. If the Chiefs can eliminate Saquon Barkley and just make Jalen Hurts have to win, then the Eagles don't have a chance. But if they can't stop Saquon and their tight end, because the tight end, the Eagles tight end, is a beast. So yeah.
But do you think they can stop Barkley, the Chiefs?
I think they can. They was playing the Redskins. The Redskins lost their best defensive player before this game. Okay, you gotta look how Philadelphia looked against the Redskins, an average team. You know, they look good out there scoring all these points, but the fact is that the Redskins turned the ball over about 5 times. I mean, Jake gave it to them 5 times.
They had 21 points on turnovers.
Yes,
that's right. Yep. Now, if you look at that, it wasn't that a great of a outing, you know. Sure, Barkley bust a couple loose, you know, and they look good, but they're playing the Redskins,
Commanders.
which secondary Commanders, which is not that good of a team. They had a good run, you know.
Everybody picked the Commanders. I know some people picked the Commanders on this.
Yeah, we went with the
A lot of people did. A lot of people did because they got caught up in the hype. You know.
Yeah.
But there ain't gonna be no hype when you going against Kansas City. Kansas City got 14 players they can go to, 14 different ones. You can't pick out who they're gonna go to. Okay.
Henry, what you think? The Philly chances.
Well, this is a rematch.
Yes, it
is.
is.
The Eagles team is, to me, is better than the team that went to the Super Bowl before. I mean, they got the Buccaneers at 14-3. It's hard to really go against Patrick Mahomes, but I think this is going to be a great. To me, I think this is going to be Kansas City's toughest team that they played against this year. Because if you look at, to me, where Buffalo blew that running back for Buffalo, what's his name, James? What was the running back for Buffalo?
James Cook.
Cook. He was running the ball, man. So, this team, to me, they got a great defense. They got a running game. Because even the rematch in the Super Bowl, it wasn't a blowout. Even though, because I think Jalen Hurts, he dropped the ball. He was running. Yeah. Was he running towards the goal?
He had the fumble. Yeah.
Touchdown, he dropped the ball or something. So
yeah, he had a fumble. They knocked out his
to
hand.
me, if you look at the Eagles, the last 3 years, they've really been a great team. They lost to Kansas City. Then last year they were 10-1. Then they had that. I don't know what happened to them. They dropped off. But they're back again. To me, they're better.
And they got Barkley.
Right. They definitely got a shot. I'm not gonna say they're gonna beat Kansas City, but it's gonna be, to me, if they play their game, it's gonna be a great game.
What about you,
Only caveat there, Henry, is both of they got 2 offensive linemen that are hurt. Their center's hurt. Their center's hurt. And Dickerson or whatever his name is. Both of the offense. That's the only thing. They're both hurt.
But the only edge I would give is Kansas City got number 15. They got Patrick Mahomes. So if it comes down to it, they got to go to the win drive. He's gonna get it done. That's my take.
Yeah, the bottom line is they just got to go in there and beat them. Man.
That's it.
They got to go in there and beat them, regardless of what they got. They come to play. They got everybody mostly. They got to go in there and do what they got to do. That's all it comes down to. Everybody know what Kansas City gonna do.
Right.
So whoever's up against them, they got to come in there and just beat them.
Okay.
The Buffalo said the same thing. That's why I was telling y'all back then when everybody was saying that Josh Allen had less to work with. He got plenty to work with. That James Cook, he's not as powerful as Henry, but he's just as good.
Okay? Yeah.
He get away on you, he gone.
Right, he's gone.
You know what I mean? But you got to go in there. You can't go in there and mess around. You can't have no mistakes. You got to almost play a perfect game to beat Kansas City.
Right.
And if they don't do that, because when they did go to Super Bowl with Philly had the chance to win that game.
Yes, they did.
But one mistake stopped that.
Right.
See, you can't have no mistakes against Kansas City.
All right, what you think, Don?
I have to agree with Bruce. They can't make no mistakes. I mean, we all know what Kansas City gonna do, and just like all the Bills, matter of fact, the Eagles, they in that same category. You go in there and you ain't at your A game, you're gonna lose. That's just the bottom line. Will they be on their A game?
But is Philly better than Buffalo? You think? As a team, you think?
I like Buffalo better than Philly, actually.
Really?
And I like it.
But Philly's not known to go down in the last minute and guarantee to beat a team. Philly's not known for that.
Right, absolutely.
Kansas City known for that. Buffalo's known for that. There's some teams that show up every time they got the ball. Philly, sometimes they play great, sometimes they just be off. And that's the problem.
But they never had Saquon Barkley.
Right.
Barkley.
That's right.
Barkley is the difference. He's like when the 49ers got Christian McCaffrey. You got that great offense, and now you got
how far he
the
go?
greatest running back in there. Yeah, they never had. Barkley's the difference. If they can stop him, they can win. If they
All
can't,
right. What do you think, Kendall?
Philadelphia just scored 55 points in an NFC Championship game against a game Washington Commanders quarterback. So
they're the best defensive player.
Anybody can win this, but once again, I just heard it. Number 15 is on the other side, and they say, "Well, what is he going to do?" Can we say that Pat Mahomes has been inconsistently consistent? He does whatever it takes. He'll throw behind his back. He'll throw while he's falling. He does whatever he's got to do in order to win. Philadelphia has a revenge factor, though. They're coming back like, okay, you're the ones that knocked us off.
Right.
We're going to come back and get you. But once again, 15's in the backfield in a Super Bowl, and the only person that knocked him off was Tom Brady.
Is this Philly team better than the one that was?
Yeah,
in the Super Bowl?
Much better. Much better.
Let's win. Think about this. Jalen Hurts is the only NFL player to get 3 rushing touchdowns in championship games, and he's done it twice.
Okay.
Yeah, but don't forget too that look at the great calls that Andy Reid was making.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, he called some fantastic plays.
And you know what? He used to make those plays with Donovan McNabb, but Donovan McNabb never never worked the clock like Pat Mahomes does.
He walked over to T.O.
Yeah, well, do you remember when T.O. showed up at the Super Bowl and had that last drive? Donovan McNabb, T.O. was in the game. T.O. was out for a while, but T.O. showed up. He showed up that day. But Donovan McNabb did not pay attention to the clock. Pat Mahomes is aware of everything that's going on around there.
Yeah.
He will toss it anywhere.
Yeah, he's a smart player.
He is. So Andy Reid was doing these plays, but now he has a quarterback that can really comprehend these plays and execute them.
Right.
And I think the second best person, and one of the guys said that if Andy Reid retires, Eric Bieniemy can also do the same thing with Kansas City.
And Anthony.
I challenge that. He wouldn't be as good.
Right.
No,
right.
not at all.
But he's in the system.
Let me ask Donald.
I agree with that.
Another question: Is Saquon Barkley the best running back in the NFL today, Don?
Today, yes. I'm going to say yes. I got Henry right there with him, so it makes it real tough. But right now, I'm going to give Saquon the edge because he's still running, and Henry home watching TV.
Yeah, but you can
Saquon today is the best. Henry's number 2, but Saquon is also being utilized better by his team. Henry could be in this conversation had they give him the ball 20, 25 times a game. He's bigger. He's just as fast. But right now, Saquon is being utilized better, which makes him the better running back.
Okay, what you think, Bruce?
I agree with everything Kendall said. That's the difference.
That's the difference?
That's the difference.
He's not just as fast.
And better.
Because when Saquon hit a hole, he gone.
Yeah,
when Henry hit it, it takes a little time to get the engine rammed up. But when Saquon Barkley hit the hole, he gone.
He makes his hole.
Henry
put that arm out there and he makes it out.
He puts it down.
And he go.
That man, what he read.
He run over people. Saquon Barkley just goes down.
Step on to him on the ground. He got to be good.
Yeah. All right.
What about you, Pastor Walt? Is Saquon Barkley the best running back in the NFL right now?
Yes, he is, because he's more versatile than Derrick Henry. He can catch the ball out the backfield. He can do everything. So he is. Other than Christian McCaffrey, those are the 2 best running backs in the NFL. Saquon. And Saquon, this is the first time, last year, that he's healthy. His rookie year, he was awesome. He was Christian McCaffrey before McCaffrey. Saquon was off, and he got hurt his second year. This is really his first year being fully healthy all year long. And then he's running behind the best offensive line in football. So, he's the best running back.
That Giants took away 5 or 6 years of his career, and that's with them Giants.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, everybody has a hiccup and a flaw, so it is what it is. I'm going to agree. I would say, for the year 24-25, he is the best. And, I mean, basically, I thought we'd get more out of Derrick Henry. I'm not going to hold him at bay because I think that's the coach's fault. Henry should have had a lot better, but, oh, well, here we are. Saquon Barkley, and I'm hoping he's healthy when the Super Bowl rolls around, because I want to see a healthy Saquon Barkley see what he can do against the Kansas City Chiefs. That to me, that's the determining factor. So a week from now, 2 weeks from now, whenever the Super Bowl is, yeah. And by the way, Don, unfortunately, you won't be able to verbally assassinate me in your home because I'm not coming to Connecticut until later.
You know what? I hope karma don't kick in on Barkley and he get hurt for them keeping him from breaking Eric Dickerson record. You know what I mean? They want to keep him out, make sure he's healthy. So I hope that karma don't kick in and he get hurt anyway. You know what I mean? I'm just hoping that, because like I said.
Let me ask you a question. What is the Super Bowl rushing record? What's the rushing record for the Super Bowl?
220. What was it? The guy from watching the Redskins, same one that
John Riggins?
No, the kid from Redskins, Doug Williams, and that running back. Okay. It's like
Oh boy.
I'll look it up for you.
So
Clinton Portis
might break the record or something?
He could.
Well, he could.
He might.
Barkley could have that kind of a game. We don't know yet.
If he's get 200 yards in the Super Bowl against Kansas City, then Philly gonna win, right?
Should.
Not really, because here's the thing, though. Did you see against the Commanders? He had almost 180 yards at halftime, and they were still
at halftime. 181 at halftime.
What made this different, Larry? If Hurts didn't get hurt against the Commanders in that first game, Philly would have beat them anyway. They came back against Kenny Pickett. Hurts got hurt in the first quarter.
Yep, exactly.
Philly was already up. So you had to keep that in your thing there. Philly was beating them. Jalen Hurts got hurt in the first quarter with the concussion. Pickett came in. So the Commanders came back when Philly didn't have a quarterback.
Yeah, but Barkley should have had over 200 yards this last game. His first play was 60 yards.
Yeah,
no.
I mean, he was one.
Timmy Smith.
Yeah, but he hurt his calf.
He
hurt his calf, Bruce.
And
he was
what
on
you
the
think?
sideline massaging his calf. He wasn't the same in the second quarter. You could tell.
Okay. Yeah. What you think, bro?
Barkley, right? He's the best running back, and I would have to say Derrick Henry too, and Chris, and because of this year, McCaffrey was really hurt most of the year, right. So that just knocks him out of the box. But if he was playing the whole year, then we would have to see out where he would fall in up between. But them the top three to me.
McCaffrey got the talent, but it's like anybody else on the sideline with street clothes on. You can't put him in the conversation because he's hurt more than anybody.
Right.
All the way back to Carolina. So you can't put him. He got the ability to be the best.
Yeah.
Right.
But by his health, he can't achieve it.
Availability is the best ability.
Right.
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 Keep his name out of this.
Right.
Barkley would have started off with Philadelphia. He would have had so many yards now. This is the first time he was able to hit a hole without being hit in the backfield. During the Giants days, he ain't had no offensive line.
No, none.
When he got to Philly and he hit the hole and there was nobody around him, he thought that was like taking candy from a baby. You know,
he like the kid in the candy store.
I'm gonna put it like this: if you watch it, he ran like the rest of the other team had the coronavirus. He was all running, man.
Yeah, he didn't want to catch it. He was running from it.
He didn't want to catch it, so he was running from it.
Larry, I got a question for you. Do you have any fear of Philly whatsoever?
Yes, I do. I do.
Wow.
That's
Philly. First of all, Philly defensive line is very, very tough. Okay. Exactly. But the only thing I say about that, if Mahomes gonna change the game up, he's gonna get the ball out with 3 to 5 seconds. Okay, is everything gonna be quick? Everything gonna be quick, and they got a good secondary, but not a great secondary. You know, because they got so many weapons. You gotta know who to pick on and who to let go. And that's one thing about when you play Kansas City, you can't key in on one person. So the double team is not going to work, and playing the zone against Kansas City is not going to work neither. So they got their hands, they got their work cut out for them.
Okay, well, we're gonna talk more about Philly and and the Chiefs on Friday night because I know we got another show.
Oh, Jerry.
Go ahead, Pastor.
The Russian record is Washington Redskins for
Timmy
most
Smith.
yards in the Super Bowl.
202.
Timmy Smith.
4.
Yes,
Timmy Smith, 204 yards.
Timmy Smith, with Doug Williams.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you. He'll run past that easy. I know we're gonna talk more about Philadelphia Friday, but the one thing, Philly, if they contain Mahomes and don't let him get outside the pocket, I think, and Mahomes can still operate inside the pocket. It's a question of can they guard that middle, because Philly seems to have an issue. Most of them teams have an issue when they do a zone. They can't guard that middle, and that's where Kelsey comes in at.
Okay, all right. Well, like I said, it's going to be another great Super Bowl coming up. And Philly, like I said, they don't want to lose to the Chiefs twice. It's a good chance they could.
Buffalo didn't want to either.
No, I agree. But talking about Super Bowl. Super Bowl.
Bruce, Buffalo didn't want to lose either.
So
they have nightmares. They have nightmares.
Yeah, well,
that's
like
a shame you can't get no sleep because of one quarterback.
No, because no, but think about it from this standpoint. All right, you talk about Josh Allen, you talk about Lamar Jackson losing to Pat Mahomes. We very seldom bring up Jalen Hurts. Now, if he loses twice to him, put him in that same category with the rest of them. No, not yet. No.
He's going there. He's going there. He's on the way there now.
He haven't won it.
They haven't won yet. I agree.
So he ended out of match.
But he got that shot.
I want to see Jalen Hurts in that tush push and see how Kansas City handles that, man. I'm hoping we get a situation like that.
That on anybody.
Yeah.
I think any team in the league he can do that tush push.
I think he can, but I just want to see it. Can Kansas City stop that tush push? Hey, Jerry, here's the perfect scenario, okay? And this is what I'm hoping happens. We are in the fourth quarter. There's 1 minute and 7 seconds left. Philly is on the 1.5 yard line. I want to see Kansas City's defense stand up to that tush push. And let's see what knowing them, they're
gonna give Mahomes a minute.
No, I'm just saying that's all he needs is a minute. But the point is, I want to see what happens because I'm curious because I'm sure they'll run the clock down as far as they can before they actually drive in. So, I'm hoping for a dramatic finish. I'm hoping it's not a blowout, just a dramatic finish. Winner takes.
But they just the Commanders just stopped them this week.
Barkley will be the MVP, not Jalen Hurts. If Philly wins,
you got that right. You got that right.
More so
I'll agree.
He will be the difference, Barkley. If Philly happen to pull the upset, it's going to be Barkley. He's going to run on them, and they won't be able to stop. But anyway,
but you know what the difference going to be in this game? That's like I said last week about Philly and Washington. Somebody said that if Carter played that game, Washington in trouble.
Right.
And the defense stepped up just like that. So in this game, it's going to be Andy Reid and Mahomes against that Philly defense.
Okay.
We ain't worried about Barkley. The offense going to do their thing. But with Andy Reid and Mahomes working together, it's going to be against that defense. Because the Philly defense don't step up.
Okay.
It don't matter what Hurts and them do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid, they talk
about how's Philly defense.
But look at the coaching though. From the coaching, Philly's coaches is nowhere experienced that Kansas City got. Their defense, they call the greatest defense I've seen in years. Okay, and their offensive calls are you can't stop them. And if it was that close, the team's that close, and you leave it to the coaches. Who do you think gonna come on top?
Oh, well, Andy Reid, the absolute.
Andy Reid.
He made commercials, man.
But Philly got a great shot with this defense, man.
Great team, man.
But it's up here.
That's what I said.
It's a mind game.
Defense plays the best. Whichever defense plays the best is going to win. It's going to be about the defense.
That's what I think.
Wow.
That's exactly what I
think.
So
not the offense going to be the defense.
No, it's going to be the defense.
All right.
That's not true. That's not true. Philly has given up yards.
All right.
Philly's just giving a lot of yards.
Larry, anyway, the NBA haven't had a repeat champion since the Golden State Warriors with Kevin Durant and Steph. Which team are you guys picking to win the NBA championship this year? Celtics, Thunder, Cavaliers, Knicks, Nuggets, Bucks, Lakers, Timberwolves, or the Warriors? Who you got, Pastor Walter T?
With 50 games left, you want to pick the NBA champ? Gee.
Well, yeah, well,
Wow.
Houston Rockets. That's what I'm going with.
Man, that ain't a bad pick,
That ain't
brother.
a bad pick at all.
They're playing really well.
That ain't a bad pick.
Yeah, they're getting down.
They just beat Cleveland and Boston back to back on the road.
What about the Lakers? Pass, are you you like your Lakers though? Are they playing pretty good?
They're playing, yeah. You asked me, yeah. The Lakers are playing good. Anthony Davis, 43 points, 42 points, 23 rebounds last night.
Okay.
That's dangerous,
But
man.
you know what? They don't got no outside shooters. No outside shooters at all. Everybody's in street clothes.
All right.
You know what I think, though, what?
Go ahead.
I think they should be playing that rookie. What's his name? Connect.
Connect.
I think they should be playing him a little more to get him ready for that spot you talk about.
They're shooting outside.
Yeah, they should. They was trying him last night. He couldn't hit he couldn't hit the side of the backboard.
That's a shame.
And it's kind of too. Wow.
So there go Connect.
I guess I can't connect.
So hey, which team you think is going to win the championship, man? Who you got?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, talking to you, yeah.
Okay, see, since we had that repeat, I don't think Walker's going to repeat. I'm going to go with the Thunder.
Thunder, a young team like that. What about
They
you,
get
Bishop?
their guys
I know
back.
it's so early. I know it's
They got the best record in the league, though.
Yeah, so they're a young team, though.
They had the best record last year.
That's right.
They're a young team, anyway. You know, they got to get that experience.
Don't forget, they had the best record last year.
Yeah.
That's
right.
Yeah, I know it's early, Bishop. What you think? Celtics or
Well, I'm going to say until they knock off the Joker in the gang,
There you
I don't
go.
see
I'm not
anybody.
so last year.
Well, I'm just saying I don't see anybody else. I'd love for the Knicks, but you know, wishful thinking. You know, old Sly Stone song, wishful thinking. But yeah, I don't see him knocking off the Joker. I don't see OKC has the best shot at it, but at the end of the day, let's see what happens.
I like that. I'm like, what? I like that Houston, boy.
Yeah, Houston
They
good.
playing good. I just said that because there's so many games left, Bruce. But Milwaukee, you can't sleep on Milwaukee either, man. Giannis is playing good, and Dame is playing good.
Yeah, Milton finally settled down.
So yeah,
They're too young, but they're good now.
yeah, they good.
They ain't got no real.
So let me ask you this, Cleveland. I mean, well, let me let the rest of you guys go. Somebody might bring them up.
Go ahead.
No, I mean, I did get to watch Cleveland the other night. Mitchell, that kid's ridiculous. But you know, I mean, you think they got a shot at even making some noise in the Eastern Conference Final?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
As long as that big man stays healthy.
Yeah.
The Afro.
They still got to beat the Celtics, though.
They'll be right there with the Celtics.
Read my list.
And the
Bucks.
Bucks. And the Knicks.
Celtics back to back. And they're going to meet
Okay.
Cleveland in the finals.
Okay.
Who's that? The Celtics?
Yeah, Larry
Yes.
said Celtics back to back. They're going to meet Cleveland in the finals. That's
No,
it.
they're in the same conference.
Same
I know the conference finals.
Yeah, this is about the Eastern
Oh,
Conference.
yeah, okay.
That's if they get past the Knicks. But let's go
All right,
ahead.
let me. See, my brother asked the
Come
question.
on, Bruce, help me out.
Listen,
I'm with you, brother.
Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter crash on Sunday, January 26, 2020. Did you guys rank him behind LeBron James and Michael Jordan as the greatest players in NBA history, Don? What do you think?
Oh, geez.
I'll definitely
Wow.
Kobe up there. As you know, I'm a Kobe fan, so I gotta say he's one of the greatest. You know, I mean, definitely guys ahead of Kobe that I like, but I gotta put. But did y'all see that statue of him and his daughter that his wife had unveiled, and she said she don't care. Bump. Who cares about it? What anybody say about it?
No.
That was nice. Nice, beautiful statue of him and his daughter.
Where's that at?
I saw the unveiling. I think it's at the.
Is that the
stadium.
Yeah, at the grip. Well, what about you, Kendall?
Well,
is Kendall right up there?
Yeah.
Kobe?
Kobe Bryant. I'm gonna tell you what Kobe Bryant is. We got our top 3 or 4, and that being Michael Jordan, LeBron James. You gotta have Kareem and Wilt up there for whatever reason, and you gotta look at Kobe Bryant and Tim Duncan. Came in together, left together, both took 5 championships each.
You didn't even say Larry Bird. Why? Because
Larry's a little below.
He ain't the right color.
No, I love Larry Bird.
He didn't say Magic either.
I love Larry Bird.
Or Magic.
That's why I said up there. I would make that call.
Mistake.
Because
I believe that
he's up
Kobe
there.
Bryant is in the top 10. Larry Bird, Magic Johnson. Absolutely.
Okay. Is he right behind?
You know who don't get no respect?
Who's that? Dr. J?
No, Tony Parker.
Yeah.
Don't get no respect, man.
Well, look who he had to play behind, Tim Duncan.
Yeah, but I'm saying he was a big factor.
He was
in
a
that
big
team
factor.
winning.
Then you can say Ginobili was too.
No, but not like
Yes,
Parker.
right.
You can say
Ginobili was good, but he won't
a
go
big
back.
factor sometimes.
So Kendall, is he right behind LeBron and Michael? Cool. Yes or no?
I wouldn't say that.
I can't get him because once again, you guys just reminded me of Larry
Right.
and Magic.
Was he better than Larry and Magic? Kobe?
Not to me. He didn't make that much of a difference because we have Michael Jordan to compare him to. Larry and Magic brought a whole different dimension. Kobe Bryant was the second coming of Michael Jordan. So we saw that story.
So Sugar Ray Leonard was the second coming of Muhammad Ali. He had he built his own legacy though. He built his own legacy though.
Yeah.
It's still got your own legacy.
Kobe's
You might
top 10 all time.
Okay. What about you, Pastor? Is Kobe Bryant right behind Michael and LeBron?
No.
No?
No. Kobe's great. He's one of my favorite players, but no. The thing is, when we get so many different generations, Kobe's a great player, real great player. I mean, I love him. I'm a Laker fan. But right behind, because of the numbers that LeBron is compiling, you got to put him up there with Jordan. So that you got those two here, right? But then like you said, you got Wilt Chamberlain. You got Kareem, to me, is in the top 5. Kareem,
I agree.
Kareem is unguardable. You know what I mean? Other than Michael, Kareem was the only person you could not guard. But he don't get that kind of love. But to me, nah, I wouldn't put him right behind him. I put him like Kendall said, I put him in top 10, but I'm not gonna put him at number 3. No.
Yeah.
Nope.
And I'm looking at
Michael. If you're saying Michael and LeBron are 1 and 2 and Kobe's 3, no.
I'm looking at the complete game of Magic and Bird.
Yeah.
And it's hard to drop them guys, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They right there, Magic and Bird, man. The complete game passes. I remember when Magic didn't have no shot. Before he left out, he one of the best shooters around.
Yep, sure was.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think Bird made him pick his game up like that because of the competition back and forth.
Yeah.
It's hard to drop Bird and Magic out of there, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Always had Magic the best Laker ever for me.
Okay. What about you, Larry? Is Kobe right behind LeBron and Michael, or Michael and LeBron?
Nah. They fall down. He's down there with Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, because when Magic Johnson came out, he was the best thing going. He redid basketball, running gun, Showtime. And besides, when Shaq left the Lakers, it took Kobe time to build him back up. It took him time, because he had the biggest, the baddest dude out there with him. And after he left, it took them time to win the title.
I know, but he still won 2. Henry, let me go ahead.
Yeah, let me go. Don't forget that Magic won 5 rings.
Yeah, 5.
5 rings. 5. Magic got 5.
And he had to quit. Suppose he'd have played out the rest of his career. He had 5 rings and had to quit because of that age thing.
Right.
That's right.
Magic, he hadn't left.
Magic 5 and 4 in the championship.
You know what I mean? Kobe hadn't left.
He's 5 and 4. So he's been there 9 times. Okay, Henry, what do you think? Your question, Kobe.
Well, I'm gonna ask you guys this, and we know how great Michael Jordan is in his game and style. How much better was he over Kobe Bryant?
So much better. So much.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, 10 scoring titles. All defense every year.
Okay.
Kobe was this generation's Michael Jordan. We're not going to say he was that much better, but even Jordan and Kobe.
Hold up, Temple. Wait, hear what you just said. Hear what you just said. He was this generation's Michael Jordan.
Yes, he was.
I'm just saying. Think about what you just said.
Yeah, but they would call him a poor man, Michael Jordan.
What I'm saying, we
Jordan.
talk about how great Michael was, but when you take Kobe's style, which he patterned after Jordan,
That don't matter.
Right? And Kimber, you said yourself, he was this generation's Michael Jordan. So
Yeah.
where would that put him? If we consider Michael the greatest, I'm just saying, if you say Michael Jordan's the greatest, so where would you put Kobe Bryant if he was this generation's Michael Jordan? That's the question.
Michael Jordan being the greatest with the shooting guard. We gotta have, like I say, LeBron, he's a 3. We gotta have Kareem sitting in there and Walt. Kareem and Wilt, that's a flip, that's a 5. The reason why I put Tim Duncan in there is because he also had 5 titles, while Kobe had 5 titles in the same era. They came in together and left together. So I believe that he's in the 17.
How many years did
The exact amount that Kobe played?
20 years.
No, but I'm saying how many years did Kobe play?
20.
20.
And how many years did Magic play?
About 13, about 13 years.
Something like that.
Yeah, it was due to that disease, rather I should say. That
Yeah,
he
he
had
was
game.
They quit too.
Now,
79 and 90, but he came back a year.
Now, all I want to say before we close the show about Kobe, to me, in my opinion, what separated Kobe, they said Kobe was the first Robin to Shaq, just like Scotty or the second Robin.
Yeah.
Because Scotty was the first Robin to Michael. The difference what Kobe did, to your point, Larry, Kobe won 2 championships without Shaq. He wanted his own team. He wanted to show everybody what he can do, but he was under the shadow of Shaq. So once he got his own team, he still came through and won 2 championships and was the MVP of both of them championships. So Kobe cemented his own legacy just by doing that. Michael didn't win without Scotty. A lot of them didn't win. Magic didn't win without Kareem.
Well, listen, I mean, if you're going to go that way, Duncan doesn't win without Ginobili and Parker. If you're going to do it that way, Ginobili doesn't win without, Duncan doesn't win without Ginobili and Parker. I mean, the thing is, I put Kobe in the top 10, but I can't put him 3rd. I'm sorry.
I agree.
Okay. You can't do it. Top 10, yes. 3rd, not a chance, because you got too many great players in front of him. And then there are players from our generation that we can go back into. I mean, no, they don't have the numbers, but I mean, if you're going to talk about the impact that they had on the game, I mean, of course, I'm a Dr. J fan first and foremost. There's no Michael without Dr. J. Let's just say that up front. Okay. So I'm just leaving it just like that.
If you went by position, as a guard, where would you guys play Kobe Bryant as a guard?
But Henry, I was just going to say that he can't be the greatest because he's not even the best one at his position.
That's right.
Because him and Michael both play 2 guard, and Mike's the greatest 2 guard ever.
That's it.
Kobe can't be the greatest 2 guard because Mike is, and Magic's the best point guard ever.
But that's a matter of opinion.
He ain't point guard
over Mike.
And LeBron's the 3. So this generation already. He ain't the center. Kareem's the center, and I put Tim Duncan at 4. So
over Mike, about LeBron and Mike.
No, the only thing they say about Kobe is this game is too much like Mike. Now Kobe was a better shooter than Mike. Kobe can score.
Yeah, but
Kobe can score. Kobe scored what, 63 points?
82 or 80 something.
Three quarters. In 3 quarters now, 63 points in 3 quarters, and sat down. Okay,
Kobe's a great player. Kobe's a great player.
So now.
Yo, he gonna get it through. He tough.
All right, the man scored like 40 points for 9 straight games or something, or 10 straight games.
Who you picking in the draft and know what they're about?
You gotta go. Well, I gotta go Mike because Kobe game is pattern after Mike.
Yeah, but that don't matter where you pattern your game after. If you can play, there's a lot of guys that want to pattern their game.
But that's all John about Ali and Sugar Ray.
Yeah, but
same thing. But they build their own legacy.
It's a lot of guys. When we was coming up, guys was on the program, on the playground every day. I want to be like Earl Monroe.
Right.
They want to spend.
Yeah.
Exactly. And wanting to do it.
Right.
You can't take nothing away from Kobe because of that. He still had to do it on the court.
Yeah, do it on the court.
Regardless, everybody in the NBA pattern their game after somebody.
Right, pass the ball.
You know what I mean?
So, I was going to say, though, actually, Kobe is a better shooter than Michael.
Yep.
He's a better shooter. He's not a better scorer, but he's a better shooter.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, you don't think he's a better scorer, though? No?
You know what people don't never look at? People never
just as good. Because if you look at that, Michael took more shots to get his points.
There you go.
And that's what you got to look at.
Yeah, I mean, the mid-range jumper was better than Michael's. I mean, I had a higher percentage, if I'm not mistaken.
If Kobe get 30 points with 15 shots, and Mike get 30 points with 20 shots, who's the better?
That ain't what made Kobe better.
Oh, we talk about percentage.
Listen, let me explain to you. What made Kobe like Mike was that killer instinct.
Right.
Oh, yeah. That's the only one.
Just shooting everything. He had that same kind of mentality when it comes to taking you out.
What they call it? The Mamba.
Black Mamba.
All right, the final one, man. It's 7-10. I know I want to get out of here. Henry, past Saturday, the Knicks beat the Kings. Each starting 5 players scored at least 18 points. OG, what's that? Anunoby with 33, Bridges 27, Brunson 25, Hart 20, and Towns 18. How dangerous can the Knicks team be in the Eastern Conference playoffs this coming season? Start with you, Bruce.
Who they beat again? I missed it.
They beat the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah. If they can keep Bridges consistent,
okay,
that's that third score that they need. They need him to be consistent because one game Anunoby might get 20-something, he'll go down to 13.
Okay.
So you got to have, with Towns and Brunson, you know what they're going to do.
Okay.
You need for Bridges to stay consistent.
Okay.
And plus, Bridges don't play no defense, man. They're killing them all. Everybody coming there, they're killing them.
Oh, they're picking
I've been watching the game, man. I'm saying
they're picking on him.
I mean, he all nonchalant. He don't even hustle, man. I seen him walking around the corner and said, "Come on, Bridges."
All right, but that's your team. Bishop, is your team. How dangerous can it be if they keep this scoring like this?
Well, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. I mean, the Knicks, like I said, I want to see them in an NBA final. But the question is, you know, I hope they're not like, remember that Elmer's glue we used to use back in elementary school? Yep. You had to wait a while for it to dry. I'm just hoping they can hold together to get to that point. And if not, oh, well, you know, the popsicle sticks we used to put together, you know what happened after a while? They fall apart. So all I'm going to say is this. We got 50-something games left. I want to have this conversation when we get closer to the playoffs.
We're going to have it again. Larry, what you think? Can the Knicks be dangerous?
No, they have no chemistry. Sometimes they watch each other shoot. There's no chemistry. They don't pass the ball. They don't know who's going to shoot. They just ain't got the chemistry together, you know.
Okay. All right, that's your opinion. All right. Henry, go ahead, bro. Can the Knicks be dangerous?
Yeah, I don't know. Their starting 5 is great. I don't know how their bench is. But as far as in the Eastern Conference is really because Philly's all hurt up. So you got with Jimmy Butler, Miami, that's all messed up. So you got Boston and Milwaukee and Cleveland.
And Cleveland. And
them I think they're the top other 3 teams. So the Knicks, yes, with the way because Philly wasn't supposed to be in this situation, but they were all messed up. So you have to kick them out. And well, did I say Milwaukee?
Yeah,
Milwaukee.
Indiana too, and the Pacers.
Yeah, I
don't know what's going on with them.
But we'll see.
But,
what about you, pass the ball? Can the Knicks be dangerous?
Yeah, I really haven't watched the Knicks. I seen their scores, but I haven't watched them. I'm just surprised. I heard somebody say Bridges wasn't playing no defense. Bridges is supposed to be a good 2-way player. So
he's supposed to be.
Yeah, his career has showed that he has, but like I said, I haven't been really just started now watching basketball since football has come to an exclamation. We got the Super Bowl, but I see that Milwaukee's playing really good. Chris Middleton's back, and he's playing well, and Dame's playing good. So the Jimmy Butler thing, you brought that up. I was just listening last night. Even Isaiah Thomas said Jimmy Butler is not going to win against Pat Riley. He said that's just the wrong one to duel against. He said it's just a no-win. Now he ain't even getting paid. They said that's a bad person to challenge. Even Isaiah said he ain't going to win against Pat Riley.
Wow.
Well, I mean, he can go to
he said if all Shaq wanted to do was have his guys fly on the airplane, and Pat Riley said no. All he wanted to do was fly on the plane with him. And he said no. Right. He definitely ain't going if he didn't let Shaq do what he want. I mean, not Shaq.
But you know what it is? They said never close off to spite your face. And that's what Pat Riley doing.
Right.
Yeah.
He did it with Wade, he did it with Shaq, he did it with LeBron. Now he's doing it with Jimmy Butler.
Right.
You know
As
what I
a
mean?
coach, he did it against Blackman and the other player. I can't think of his name.
For your
He
team,
did it for the
man.
Knicks. Well, Kendall, what you think? Can the Knicks be dangerous? I
don't think the Knicks are much of a threat. They can be dangerous, but the way Cleveland and you got Boston and Milwaukee in the East, I think those are the cream of the crop. Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson are literally starting for the Knicks. 2 players for the Knicks. That's got to be something to celebrate. They're another player away. I don't know if he's doing his thing. They're still another player away from competing against Milwaukee, Cleveland, and Boston. They're good though.
What about you, Don?
I like watching.
I'm gonna repeat exactly what Larry said. No, the Knicks are not gonna be there. They're not. They're the same Knicks as they were last year, the year before that. They always manage to hang in there. I think Karl Anthony Towns is gonna make a difference for them. That he's really helping keeping them level. But they're not going anywhere.
You know what?
They ain't going nowhere.
You know what really hurt the Knicks? If they get in the playoffs and Brunson go back to thinking he the only one got to make it happen.
Exactly.
The way they're playing now, they can win.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're gonna make it. They're definitely gonna make it.
We're gonna see that same Bronson you just mentioned.
If that happens, they can forget it.
We're gonna see him.
Yeah,
and that's gonna be the difference.
All right.
Now, hey, Jerry, and Don, I had you on my Christmas list this year, man. You just messed up. Go ahead.
But they don't play like a team. They don't know who's going to shoot.
You're right.
Other person to watch.
Look at Phoenix this year. They're passing the ball around, shooting open jump shots. They got a real point guard this year.
Yeah.
Looks good.
All right. Minister Green, Henry, you can close out the prayer. Henry, close out the prayer, bro.
Okay. Heavenly Father, we thank you for your love, your grace, your mercy. We thank you, Father, for our gathering together today, God, to talk sports. And Father, we pray for all of our listeners, Lord, that you would bless each and every one, God, and supply every need, Father, according to your riches and glory by Christ Jesus. And Lord, we give you praise and glory and honor for your love and your mercy. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Any final remarks, you guys?
Well, let me tell Pastor Walt that Phoenix, they look really good, but they ain't gonna be able to do nothing against them young boys.
They can't
the Timberwolves, Houston, the Memphis. They ain't gonna really.
But you know what, Don? We saw last year in the playoff that experience beat the youth in every game.
Yeah.
You won't see it this year from Phoenix, I'll tell you that.
Maybe not Phoenix.
It's a little shaky.
Yeah, the experience beat the youth in every game last year. But
yeah,
all right, Friday night, we're gonna pick it up Friday night.
Yes,
if you guys are available, you guys have a blessed weekend. I know everybody got Bible study tomorrow, so you guys be blessed. And if everybody Friday night who's available, okay? Sports
keep our country in prayer. They need it.
Yes.
Say that again, bro.
Now he just signed the bill to cut Medicaid. Man.
Everything.
Everything. Run down to the White
House. And HIV drugs too.
This is what they wanted. Ain't no surprise. They knew he was an idiot.
No. And you know what I'm saying to that? Those of you that voted for him, it's your fault.
Here you go. I agree.
All right, God bless.
And those that didn't vote, you voted for him too.
You voted for him too.
Yeah, if you didn't vote, you voted
Thank God
for him.
we live in the kingdom. Our kingdom is not of this world. Thank God.
Well, we know that part. We know that part. But there's still the difficulty you go through. Even though we're not of this world, there's still that physical difficulty we've got to deal with. This is where prayer comes into play and trusting God. David said it best, and I'm going to end with this. I am young, but now I'm old, but never have I seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. God's got us.
Proverbs better that says the king is in the hand of the Lord.
And that's right. The heart of the king. You're right. And I'm with you on that.
God bless.
I'm with you on that. The heart of the king is in the hand of the Lord. And God may be using Trump to punish. Let's wait and see what happens.
All right, Bishop. God bless. All right.
God bless. Bye-bye.